Blue jeans and sneakers. When I was old enough to notice what I was wearing and notice what my chums were wearing, I wanted to be what most Americans are today, a robot to fashion. My problem was, in order to follow the fads, I needed parents who frequented stores that sold new and faddish clothes. Instead, the Murphys went to second-hand stores like the Morgan Memorial, Salvation Army, and the like. You did not find the latest clothes at the Morgie. My clothing was either hand-me-downs from my brother or used. As I grew older and started earning, I was able to buy a few au courant pieces of clothing. I do not remember much about how girls followed clothing fads other than the patent leather shoes that were popular with my sisters. During my high school years, girls wore wool sweaters and skirts mostly. When I was in the early grades of school, I wore corduroy knickers with button flies. I didn't like them because the pant legs rubbed against each other and made a zoop noise whenever I walked. Also, the stockings that were supposed to hold the knickers up just never did fit, and the worn out elastic caused sagging to my ankles, and the worn out stockings receded into my shoes. But as some of us dressed with some variety and different from the uniformed jeans and sneakers you see today, clothing was varied. Social class distinction were very visible. Jeans, plaid flannel shirts or t-shirts, chino pants, and sneakers was still worn by most of my non-college friends. But even so-called preppy duds, worn by many college students, were not uniformly the same. By preppy clothes, I mean tweed jackets and blue blazers and gray flannel pants and button-down shirts with striped ties and penny loafers, white or tan bucks, argyle socks, corduroy pants, and the like. My tastes changed completely toward preppy during my third year in high school. So in my greasy village neighborhood, I was definitely the odd man out. Preppy clothes were thought snobby by my working stiff neighborhood friends. I remember when Bermuda shorts first became popular, I was the only guy in my neighborhood to wear them. Since my college days, student styles have changed. I think that student clothing, like their politics, has been influenced by the 60s anti-war activists, now turned college professors. Today, ugly t-shirts with inane graphics and jeans with sneakers are the only garb for boys and men. Preppy clothes, found almost universally at colleges during my day, are barely seen anymore in college. Sports jackets, suits, shirts and ties, suspenders, and shine shoes are only seen in the professions, in politics, in banks, and in the upper echelons of industry. To see how far down we have come in our clothing style, go to Mass on any Sunday. Go anywhere, couldn't hurt. People dress as if they were going out to shovel manure or to go to a basketball game. There is no sense of clothing showing respect. Yes, things have changed to the worse. The American people are being homogenized and mass communication is directing the ways. One of the more obvious criticisms of American culture is the complete and boring sameness of dress for both sexes. Neither religion or region nor age or even gender makes much of a difference to the strictly self-enforced uniform of American mass culture. We pay the price in a gradual but real loss of individual variation. Our houses and our wardrobes, like our entertainment, are increasingly the same as everyone else's. Ask a 30-year-old woman if she likes opera. She will wrinkle her nose and say, yuck. How will we ever find leaders to develop creative solutions to our many national and local problems when we produce so many citizens who self-select sameness, mediocrity, and banality? Thank you for viewing or listening to my podcast episode. I really appreciate it. If you liked it, and if you so choose, I ask you to send a good review and perhaps refer friends who might be interested in this podcast series. Again, my thanks.